So a quick update from my strength course, looking at loop resistance bands, light weights, heavy weights, all kinds of different training. Why do we need to do it? Okay, there is a podcast which I would love for you to listen to. Now this is Dr. Vonda Wright, who is amazing. She's like one of the leading people in terms of women's health. Is she an orthopedic surgeon? I think she might be. Anyway, specialist in bones. Anyway, this is Mel Robbins and Dr. Vonda Wright. And she talks about the importance, that particularly focusing on women once they've gone through perimenopause and beyond, in terms of building bone and muscle. What we need to do to age healthily. So it's not that we want to just get old. We don't want to just get old. We want to have a long life, but more importantly, we want our life to be worth living. So we want to be able to be independent. We want to be able to, keep up with the kids, look after the grandkids, do our own shopping, go to the toilet on our own, all of these amazing things which you take for granted as a younger person, but perhaps when you start to lose strength and independence, these things you realise are far more important. So what are we prioritising right now? Think about what your priorities in life are right now. And I bet a lot of them are linked to other people. A lot of them are linked to work. And maybe you are way down that to-do list. That's not great. And I know it's normal, but what I'm saying is I don't think it should be. We need to carve out a little bit of time for ourselves. One of the things Dr. Wright talks about, I know I grew up like looking at the supermodels and looking at that kind of skinny, svelte body and thinking, wow, that's what we should all look like. Let's replace skinny with strong. And they were talking about, there seems to be a little bit of a blip again now where people are trying to be thin, trying to be skinny. But the effect that can have, if you are not a naturally skinny person, so this is not me dissing people who are very slim, but if you're not a naturally skinny person, but the way you are becoming skinny is by not feeding yourself properly, not getting the nutrition that you need, essentially what you're doing is you're wasting your muscles and bone at an even greater rate than we already have as we hit perimenopause. This, as you can imagine, is not great. We are already going to be losing muscle and bone just by losing our estrogen levels. So as we get older, this is what happens unless we start strength training, unless we are feeding ourselves properly. All of these things that we can do to make a difference. So Dr. Vonda's 4 rules that she has. We have to, 1, just start moving. 2, add in some weights. Let's start including some resistance training into our lives. 3, we need to start working on our balance. So if you are a little bit wobbly, we naturally start to lose a little bit of balance as we get older, but we can train it. Like we can train everything else. Our bodies are so incredibly resilient, and we can start to rebuild skills that we feel like maybe we've lost. They're not lost, we just need to retrain them. So balance, stand on one leg to brush your teeth. Obviously do yoga. 4th one, increase your heart rate. So this is about starting to include a little bit of cardio work, maybe HIIT, maybe sprint intervals, bringing the heart rate right up, but then giving yourself chance to calm it down again. So we don't want to increase the cortisol levels. And is that it? I think they were the 4 things. Anyway, listen to the podcast with Mel and Vonda and see what you think. It's really good, really important. Learn a lot from it, and you'll be hearing more about this from me, because I am going to be talking more about my strength membership. Now, when you learn about why I'm harping on about this, it might actually make you think, do you know what? I do need to carve that time out for myself. It doesn't have to be a massive amount of time, but I do need to do it. It's more important than cleaning your windows. It's more important than, I don't know, sitting on TikTok, Instagram. Do you know what? It's potentially more important than anything. Let's future-proof our bodies. Let's do it. Let's make ourselves super strong, super amazing. We can do this.